Hey guys, I had a few minutes. I thought I'd do a little video on what I thought about the Hound, as well as a little bit about Bumblebee. Hey Steven, what's up? So let's see. Here's Bumblebee, here's Hound, and here is... My God, I can't think of his name right now. Holy crap. I should start the video over. Anyways, as you can see, we have some of the old school, something new, and something new. Yo, David. Yo, Robert. So first off, let's go ahead and talk about Hound. As you can see, he's a little bit taller than some of his buddies. Definitely taller than Bumblebee. And yeah, thanks, Wheeljack. Wow, I couldn't think of it. And he's slightly taller than Wheeljack. So let's move Bumblebee aside. Oh yeah, look at those feet. Woo! Let's just move those aside. As you can see, he's a little bit taller than Wheeljack. Wheeljack's one of my favorites, so I'm really happy with how he turned out. But this video is about Hound, so let's talk about Hound. As you can see, Hound looks pretty good. He does come with a lot of accessories. I don't really play with the accessories too much. When he is in vehicle mode, you actually store his weapon in here as well as his tires, but I don't really care too much about vehicle mode. So as you can see, they're hollow down there, but you don't see it because he stands up here anyway. So that's cool. The only weapons I carry with him are his little, I guess, hologram gun. And of course, his shoulder cannon here, which is pretty nice because it just folds in. It's always part of him, whether or not he's in vehicle or robot mode. It's just always part of him, so you can't remove it. Yo, Adam. Let's start off by showing him off. He is posable, and he's actually a little heavier than I thought it was going to be after opening about Bumblebee. This dude feels he's a lot sturdier and well made. As you can see, he's pretty tune friendly. One issue that I thought I was going to have was that his neck was looking kind of weird, because it's kind of on this little arm here that comes up and comes around, but in reality, it's not too bad. I mean, if you don't do it right, his head will kind of float. But if you do it right, you can actually see that it looks pretty decent. And the way it's designed is if you actually tilt his head around, the bottom part of his neck stays in place, so he can actually look up and down, and his neck kind of looks natural there, which isn't bad. But obviously, you have to kind of press it down enough for it. Just have the angle to where you don't even notice it. Yeah, Willis is probably heavier. So I don't know. I've never handled Willis. I've only seen photos, so I don't know which one is better. But one thing I did like about this Hound was, look at that backpack. He has like no backpack. The back of him is pretty clean, as you can see. You know, that's pretty good. A lot of people complain that backpacks on vehicles, or I'm sorry, on robots look really bad. As you can see, he doesn't have any of those issues that Prime has. I mean, look, that's as clean as you're probably going to get. And as you can see, his feet are really well done in tune. I've seen the Fans Toys version of this, and the legs look kind of crappy from the side. This, as you can see, cleans up really well. I like it. I like these little details here. And he stands really well. I'm not really good at posing figures, but he's easy to keep standing. Let's see. One thing I did like was his transformation. It wasn't too difficult. Even I was able to do it without only watching the videos, you know, twice, and I was able to do it. So it's not bad. Let's take a look at some articulation. So first off, you can see there's a lot of paint. The green, I don't believe it's painted, but it looks really great. There's some little stripes here for like this military look, which I kind of like. Just like the other Masterpiece hands, they're kind of rounded, look like real fingers, where sometimes Fans Toys fingers are all squared off. I kind of like this look a little bit more. It looks more natural. And let's look at some of their articulation. As you can see, they've got the new style where it's not really a flap anymore, but part of it. And I heard some reviews, they didn't like the way the ratchet sounded, but it doesn't sound great. But as you can see, it's, it stays in place. I mean, it's not going to move. So I like how that looks and feels. And also the legs, they have a lot of posability. I like what he can do. It looks like he's running. Pow pow. He's easy to pose. He's not heavy or ungainly in any way. We can probably do some of these poses that people always show off but never actually do. Let's see. We can probably get something here. Watch me break the damn thing. Anyways, you can see he's got a lot of posability. He can probably sit down Indian style. Okay, maybe not. Not quite MP-47 articulation, but it's really well done. As you can see, there's no ratchets here, but it's pretty solid, so it's not going to go anywhere. As you can see, he stands pretty good. Like I said, his neck looked kind of funny, but if you do it just right, it's not an issue. So yeah, I mean, he's pretty nice. The materials are cool. So let's look at some of the bad parts, which is obviously the neck thing. So when you're transforming him, the missile kind of comes out to the side, and then his head looks like this. So yeah, if you wanted to, you could make him look, ooh, he's looking at nudes, ooh. But yeah, it does look kind of crappy when you think about it like that. But however, as long as you transform him right by pushing this down and locking this into place right here, you're not gonna really have an issue with what his neck looks like. There's a little bit of gap in his helmet there. I don't really like that, but it's not that bad. Oh, so here's his gun, and it goes in real easy. There's a little tab there, and it kind of just works right. Let's see, we'll open up his hand, place the gun in there, or stick it in the hole. Let's see, he's got a little hole in his hand here. Push that in. It's easier to do when you're not trying to have it in front of the camera, but as you can see, there it is. And I like to always have them kind of. So when I bought them, I got them from Amazon for $135 ship, and they actually came on a Sunday, which was unexpected. But here, let's give them a nice, comfortable, normal pose that people would actually probably have them. See, as you can see, he's pretty cool. I like him. He's not the best I've ever had, but he's really good. Maybe one of my favorites this year. And there's a lot you can do with his arms. I did notice when I'm transforming him and playing with him, the hood does come up a little bit, but it's not too bad. So does anybody have any questions while I'm up here? Maybe want me to put him in any poses or other thoughts? Personally, one thing that irritates me is that when you're transforming the fenders here, they come from the bottom up. It's kind of tricky. And when you do have them up, they don't really stay in too well. But he does have like a butterfly joint, which kind of opens it up, and there's a gun falling out again. So you can move this forward a bit. It doesn't really look good though. So I tend to leave it like that. And then his hands don't twist really too well inside him because of his sleeves here. So you can't really twist them around too much, but you can like do this pose. I don't know why you ever would. It's kind of dainty that way. Hey, he can play the piano, I guess. But yeah, there's a little bit of articulation in his hands, but you can't really rotate them all that much. But you can rotate the whole arm. Let's see. And there he is. There's Hound. I do recommend him. 135 ship seems, it's not too bad. I've paid I think I paid 120 for Sunstreaker. I'd say he's not as complicated as Sunstreaker's transformation, but I like it because it's not as difficult. It's a little bit easier to actually, play with him and transform him. He's definitely one of the best ones of the year for me. Um, as you can see, like, there's a lot of articulation. Look at his ankle joint. It's got like two, so you can twist it, rotate it. I don't know if you see that in there, but it works really well. It's really tight. I've been kind of playing with it a little bit, and it feels good. Nothing loose about him. Everything is tight. I didn't scratch any paint when I was transforming him. So there's a lot of pluses. I think it's as good as we're gonna get. I think for a Jeep. I'm sorry, for a Hound. Like I said, I haven't played with Willis. I've only seen photos. I do like the design of Willis's head more, but this guy definitely looks a little bit more tuned. Oh, he's got some waist swivel too. He goes all the way around. So there, I like him. Honestly, my biggest complaint about this line now is they seem to add difficulty in transformation just to add it, but here I think they did a great job of not overdoing it. As you can see, these also rotate a bit. There's no ratchet to the knees, but it's so tight that I don't think I'll ever miss one there. He's great. I'm really happy with him. I recommend him to anybody that collects Masterpiece toys, even if you already have Willis. I think it's different enough to be worth owning. I'm pretty happy with him. I love him. Now let's talk about Bumblebee. So they look great together. Bumblebee's, I've got a lot more complaints about Bumblebee that everyone already knows about, but I kind of wish I couldn't see inside him. I mean, he has like cleavage. That's weird. And of course, I looked and watched a lot of videos from like Bobby Skullface and a bunch of the regulars, and I could never get the backpack right. Okay, I could probably have the backpack wrong, but the feet I know I have right, and damn, I don't even know what I can say about that. But I think that's terrible. I mean, even from the front, it's like frumpy, and it's not as stable as you'd think it'd be. The feet kind of remind me of those little wind-up toys that walk, but I don't know. It's just, it looks like shit. So let's just display him. There we go. If you cover his feet, he's not bad. Let's see. I'm hoping that we get a Mirage, but here the three of them are again. I like it. So hit me up if you guys have any questions. Let me know how you want them. But yeah, I got it for $135 from Amazon.jp. It got delivered on Sunday. I don't know if he's worth $135. I think if you can find it for a $120 ship, that's pretty good, considering other MPs are now that color, now that price. Is Optimus Prime at $400 worth for these? No. So in regards to MP-47, so I feel that this guy at $125 is a fair price for what you're getting. It's nice, it's tuned, easy to transform. The Jeep mode looked a little small to me, but I don't care about alt mode. I'm a robot display guy, so there he is. One more look at his backpack. One thing I didn't mention was there's an episode of G1 where he has like a little key, and this you can actually pop his little key holder out. I'm not gonna do it, and you can hold keys there. I think it was an episode where they captured Ravage, and you put his key there, which is kind of neat. And yeah, there he is. You know what? Let me grab the box. Just so you guys can see with the box. Screw it. No, I don't want to cares about the box. But there he is, Hound. So buy him. Support your first party. I'm sure eventually there'll be a KO of him because he's not overly complicated. But if you want to support the business, and hopefully we'll get more MPs like Mirage or Jazz or more of the ARC bots, then it'll be good. There's a top view probably one that cares. And Shang always does this thing with the little. I don't have the rotating thing, but yeah, there you go. All right, guys. If you have any questions, just send me a message and I'll answer them. And hopefully it'll help you either decide to buy the toy or not. See ya.